It'll be one to go this time by. Coming to the green, buddy. Coming to the green. Let's go get him. Go, go, go. Dig, dig, dig. Go, 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 go.
Get your motor running. Head out on the highway.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this afternoon's press conference. And we also would like to welcome a live television audience from Speed TV and live radio audience from Sirius Satellite Radio. Cover a couple of housekeeping items real quickly before we bring up the principals in today's announcement. There'll be plenty of time for formal question and answers afterwards, and we'll also have an informal Q&A time where our participants will be available after we do our announcement. We would ask you, there's a tremendous amount going on in the garage area. Nobody knows that any better than the folks in this room. If we could keep our questions focused on today's announcement, that would be appreciated as well, and there will be a news release that will be distributed afterwards. So with that, we'd like to welcome to the stage and bring up our principals in today's press conference. The owner of Hendrick Motorsports, Rick Hendrick, of course a 7-time Sprint Cup Series championship owner. He's won 169 Sprint Cup Series races, 10 of those right here in Daytona International Speedway. And he'll be participating, his teams will be participating in their 50th Daytona race tomorrow evening. And also welcome to the stage, 35-time Sprint Cup race winner, the all-time leader in the NASCAR Nationwide Series with 48 victories, and a gentleman who's finished in the top 12 in Sprint Cup points an incredible 17 times, Mr. Mark Martin. So with that, we'd like to turn it over to Mr. Hendrick, CEO of Hendrick Motorsports, to tell us why we're here today.
Well, since this has been a well-kept secret, we appreciate the opportunity to see you folks, and this is a real special day for me. I think has it been 15 years that we've tried to do this, that I've tried to do this, but it's really exciting for me to be able to announce Mark Martin coming on board to run for the championship next year in the 5-car. That car means a lot to me because that was my first number, and when Harry Hyde and I got started, Mark and I reminisce a lot about meeting Mark early on and then watching him flog us in the Busch Series and then racing against him in the Cup Series and seeing him come so close to championships. I think 4 times finished second, I believe that's right, and just to have him come on board with our organization, our drivers and crew chiefs and everybody, is really excited, and we're honored to have a guy of his caliber. And again, we've talked from time to time, but now to be able to go out in the 09 season and go for the championship. And I want to thank Arlene. I think she's here. Where is she? Thank you for letting him run all the races. We appreciate that. But this is a very special day for me.
Well, and Mark, you know, like Mr. Hendrick said, this may not be the best kept secret, but I know, just having been around you and talking to you a little bit earlier, you put a lot of thoughtful prayer into this. Talk to us a little bit about this opportunity and why this opportunity.
Well, first of all, I don't know why it was such a bad-kept secret unless people are snooping on our text messages, because I'd say 50% of this deal was done by text between Rick and I. I think that's pretty cool because I just learned how to text myself.
Well, I did too. Junior and Jimmy Johnson, they're both here. Now, they were the ones that taught me how to text, and
it's a good thing, because
I had to learn how to do that, Mark, because they won't return your phone call.
Yeah, it's just golly, you know, when I think about being a part of the stoutest organization in NASCAR and being a member of the team with Jimmy Johnson and Jeff Gordon and Dale Earnhardt Jr., working with Alan Gustafson, and all the folks there, and the relationship that I've had, the opportunity I had to go there a year ago and pour an insert for the seat of the 24 car was really the first time that opened my eyes. We did that in case Jeff needed me to fill in at Sears Point for him last year when they were having their baby. And I really saw and got a taste of Hendrick Motorsports from the inside. It was just an opportunity that I absolutely could not. I just couldn't let it pass by. At this point in my life, I was very concerned about regretting that decision for the rest of my life, and so I got my arms wrapped around the scheduling situation, and here we go. I'm incredibly excited and honored, and I know that most people probably can't comprehend what an honor it is for me to be invited to be a part of this organization, especially at this stage in my career. After 2 years of catching my breath, I've learned, I've enjoyed it. It's been very meaningful to my family and to myself, but I've also learned that and rekindled my passion for racing and what it means to me, and also given me a taste of what it would be like to not have that in my life, and so all those things played in this decision, all those elements.
Rick, one of the things that has come out, since Mark has driven your nationwide car a few times, is the relationship that seems to be there. We talked a lot about this when Dale Jr. came over. There seems to be, while different, a similar type of relationship that you and Mark have established. Do you want to elaborate on that?
Yeah, if you've been in the series and you watched Mark Martin, you had to be impressed with his performance in both the Cup and the now Nationwide Series. And then when we had an opportunity, and we've talked from time to time, but the stars kind of never lined up. And we had opportunities, and he couldn't do it, and he was happy where he was, and it just didn't work. But then when he drove the Busch car the first time, and actually started before that, he swapped cars with Jeff down in Atlanta in a tire test, I believe it was, and Jeff called me and said, "Man, you won't believe how much talent Mark Martin's got." And we see it, but he got in my car, and it was unbelievable what he was doing. And then when we got him in the Busch car the first time, and with basically, I don't think we had practice for some reason that day, and he went out and ran second at Darlington, and I listened to him on the radio, kind of crew chief in the car from the driver's seat, and just really thinking through what the car needed and how loose he set the car up to start the race, and what he was able to do. And then the way he treats the team, and the way he built the organization around his efforts that day. I had more fun at that Busch race, and it's kind of like some of the things that you do in life that you really would like to have an opportunity to race with someone of that caliber that you've always had a relationship with, but never had him in your camp. So there's opportunities come up, but we've actually talked about it quite a bit. So again, I think Junior and Jimmy and Jeff, from the driver's standpoint, and all the crew chiefs, when you mention his name, it's immediate respect and admiration. So it's not going to be whether he fits or not, because he's already been there, and with the respect that he has throughout our organization, this whole garage, and the fans and the sponsors, it's just a great opportunity for us.